Real magic beans, everybody, and were I to plant them now, there is no question that they would grow into an enormous millie stalk or maize stalk, on top of which would be living an enormous giant. Do you remember the name of the giant in, I can never remember his name, in Jack and the Beanstalk? Do you remember his name? No? Oh well, there would be a giant on top there. But because this is an African lucky bean, of course, it would be, well, it would be a Shangaan giant, probably. And he would see, what would he say? He would say, "Fee fi fo fum, I smell the blood of Jafumbi's son." Obviously. Right, these things actually have a really wonderful Shangaan name. They're called Matitlo Mavaloi. Matitlo Mavaloi, which means the eyes of the witch doctor. I think that's a wonderful name. And why they're called that is that if eating these things will definitely result in you either dying or hallucinating horribly. And I, naturally enough, have forgotten the name of the poison that's in it. If I'm not mistaken, it might be a fairly lethal dose of Datura, which is a pretty bad poison. But anyway, you don't want to be eating these things. And as Steph has many times pointed out to you on his little survival tips, you do not want to be eating anything red, black, orange out here. It's normally a warning nature is giving you to leave whatever that is quite alone. And in this case, it will make you very sick, hallucinate, and possibly die. Of course, planting them will result in an enormous maize stalk, on top of which will be the giant who says, "Fee fi fo fum, I smell the blood of Jafumbi's son." Very good. And you can see that it is a creeper. It's not the tree, obviously. This tree is well, there are two trees here, actually. Yeah, there are two kinds of trees. But the tree, are there two kinds of trees? Oh no, they're not. This is very interesting. Oh wow. Okay, so what we have here, this is one kind of tree, and it's a sickle bush tree, or Chinese lantern. Makes beautiful, delicious smelling flowers that unsurprisingly look like Chinese lanterns. They're pink and they're yellow, but obviously not this time of year. But the leaves here, which look like acacia leaves, are the leaves of the creeper. It's wonderful. So this is the creeper here. I'm just going to show you that it's not part of the tree. Okay, you say Lundavor is the name of the giant. I don't remember that. Thank you for that, Kay. Blunderbore. Well, whatever the Shangaan equivalent of Blunderbore is. There we go. So that's what the creeper looks like. You can see this one's had a particularly good year. I don't think it will strangle the tree. I think it will be fine. Shelley, your question has made me think of some sort of wild, nefarious party that them animals might be throwing out here. You say, would the animals ingesting this also hallucinate and become ill? I don't know. I imagine so. I mean, some animals would depend on their digestive systems, of course. Remember, kudu and elephant and black rhino can eat things that we can't and make us desperately ill and might actually kill us. But I'm not sure about these magic beans. I'm not sure, but the image of a whole lot of kudu and impala leaping around in a circle here in some kind of hallucinogenic frenzy is rather amusing, especially as, of course, we are into the business end of the impala rut. Maybe they'll come past here. Let's carry on. Not talk about that anymore.